Hello, my friend. Welcome back to What's Up in Makeup. This week, lots up in makeup per usual, starting with MAC Cosmetics and a new lawsuit where they are allegedly stealing customer information that they are not allowed to have. Then we're going to be moving on to the Miss Universe pageant. They are changing their rules to be a little less archaic, which is fabulous. Took them damn long enough. And then we're going to be talking about how Amazon.com and some other retailers are in big trouble with the FDA for selling illegal cosmetics/drugs to customers. We'll also be talking about the latest product releases and so much more. So hang tight. We are getting into it right now. Before we get started with today's show, it is time to thank this week's sponsor. Hello, my friend. Welcome back to my bathroom. This video is kindly sponsored by Nira. If you have never seen Nira before, it is the first at-home non-fractional laser proven to reduce wrinkles. If you did not know, I am 44 years old, and what happens once you get a little bit older is that your skin stops producing as much collagen, and it's kind of like the fluff in the mattress. It's what makes your skin taut. It's when you see a baby with squishy cheeks, it's because of the elastin and the collagen production. So when you get older, your skin stops producing it as much, and because of that, you start seeing wrinkles and fine lines. But what the Nira does is through this non-fractional heat laser, it goes in past the epidermis of the skin to the dermis. And when it does that, it stimulates collagen production. One of my biggest complaints with the devices that I've tried in the past is they take a lot of time. And that is one of the things I absolutely love about Nira is that it only takes 2 minutes per day, and it's very easy to use. All you do is you push the little button there. I go between level 1 and level 2, and then you just take it and you put it on your face like this, and you just slowly move it around, and you can hear the little beep. And when you hear the little beep, you know it's time to move to the next spot. And I have seen some beautiful results. I'm just gonna go ahead and put in the before and after pictures for you. I decided to take a little break from my Nira and try a different device. I've regretted it. I'm going back to using my Nira because literally this is the only at-home device that I have ever seen results with. And if you would like to try it, they do have a 90-day guarantee on it. So if you use it for 90 days, and reminder, you do have to use it every day, and you don't like it, you can return it for a full refund. And one thing that is amazing about this particular sponsored video is they gave me a 40% off discount code, which is fabulous. That is going to be in the video description. So thank you again so much to Nira for sponsoring this video. I would not accept this sponsorship if I did not believe in this product. It works very well. So thank you again to Nira for giving me this opportunity to share it with you. And with that being said, it is time for What's Up in Makeup. The big question for this story is, how much do you care about the information that a company gathers about you? And a lot of people see this as kind of a slippery slope. If we allow certain bits of information to be gathered by brands and then shared across the interwebs, how far will that actually go? And I think that that's the motivation behind this lawsuit. So let me tell you what's going on. Allegedly, MAC Cosmetics secretly installed keystroke monitoring software that's capable of recording visitors' keystrokes, mouse clicks, data entry, and other interactions with the website. They say that this is similar to illegal wiretapping without customer consent. So the complaint says specifically, quote, defendants' actions are the equivalent of a vile digital trifecta, looking over its customers' shoulders, eavesdropping on customers' conversations, and reading customer journals. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, what are you typing on the Mac website that is like a journal? Well, the person who's bringing this up is specifically talking about the chatbot that is available on Mac's website, and that those conversations that you're having with their chatbot, which may or may not be a human, usually is not a human, are then being shared with third-party websites. According to the case, MAC has violated California privacy law by intercepting, monitoring, recording, and sharing residents' electronic communications without their consent, so the suit will only represent people who are in the state of California. The lawsuit seeks damages, fees, costs, and a jury trial. I'm reading this and I'm like, what damages could there possibly be from this? Like, how are you damaged by having a conversation with a chatbot and having that then sent? Like, again, what are you saying to the dang chatbot? Like I said before, I kind of get the implications where, we kind of need to stop things when they're less serious so that they don't get more serious on websites. But at the same time, it does feel a little like this seems a little trivial to me. I don't know, but I'm not a super big tech person, so I would love to know what you think about this. Do you feel like MAC is invading customer privacy by gathering this information from just typing on their website where you're clicking all of that and sharing it with third parties? Or do you feel like this is a big nothing? Would love to know your thoughts. When I was a kid, I used to love watching the Miss USA and Miss Universe pageants. I thought that it was so fun to see these women compete and see them perform and do their talents, and they were smart and they were beautiful and all this stuff, and I saw no problems with it. But as an adult, the lens kind of changes a bit. And one of the things that's been a rule for Miss Universe and the Miss USA pageant and any pageant around the world that goes into competing in Miss Universe is that you cannot be married in order to compete, and you cannot have any children. That is a thing that is going to change. This will be in effect for the 72nd Miss Universe pageant in 2023. They are now allowing married women and mothers to compete. They do have an age range that's going to stay the same, which is 18 to 28. That's not changing. Andrea Meza was the 2020 winner of Miss Universe. She represented the country of Mexico. And she explained to Insider why people might have a problem with the new rules change. She said, quote, "A few people are against these changes because they always wanted to see a single, beautiful woman who is available for a relationship," she said. It reminds me of like boy bands, how they never want to say that a guy in a boy band is in a relationship because then the little tweenie bots will like not think that they have a chance. It's like, dude, like you actually had a chance with Miss Universe anyway. You know what I mean? She also says they always wanted to see a woman from the outside look so perfect that she's almost unreachable. The former is sexist and the latter is unrealistic. And Andrea has a special connection to the story, and it's because right after she won Miss Universe, a photo appeared on the internet. You know, people dig through the internet. This is the picture that they found that they said was evidence that Andrea was married, because the way that she posted this photo, and then the only caption on it was the date. So it looked like she had been married on this date. It turns out this is actually one of her friend's brothers. And this was just for a photo shoot for promotional like tourism stuff for Mexico. And she put the date because she was just messing with her friends and family. Like she's not married. She was never married. But she felt like at the time, it's like, dude, why is it that big of a deal? So she's particularly very happy about this rule change. I think this rule change is absolutely fabulous because I do feel like a married woman, a woman with children, even in their early to mid 20s, is pretty typical for our society all over the world. Andrea had said, "I think it's inspiring seeing someone that is just like you participating and winning and seeing their lives change." I completely agree. I love reading stories about the FDA cracking down on people that are selling stuff that's potentially dangerous, that's not FDA approved, and can really hurt people. And it's nice to see when a government agency is actually doing their job and doing it well. So, I mean, are they perfect? No, but I think that this is really important. So, this is the issue. The FDA has found products for sale on Amazon and other websites that say that they are for skin tag and mole removal. And the thing is that FDA does not have any over-the-counter products that are approved for removal of skin tags and moles. This is kind of gross, so if you don't want to see this, like just kind of turn away for the next like 20 seconds or so, because I want to show you how this works and what you think of it. So essentially there's this gun type of thing that shoots out a little rubber band, and that little rubber band goes around your skin tag or your mole or whatever, and you're supposed to leave it on for a couple of weeks or so. And that is going to cut off blood circulation to that part of your skin and then essentially make that piece of your skin die. And then they show it just falling off. There's something weird and fake about this. Like, if you've ever used a product like this, I would love to know whether it actually works like this or not. I'm not buying them because, again, they're not FDA approved, and I'd rather a doctor handle something like this. What the FDA has done is they have issued these letters of warning, and essentially they're saying that it may result in legal action if they don't pull these products from the market. They may end up taking the products completely, or they could sue them. The companies have 15 days from the receipt of the letter to take action and stop selling them. And I was absolutely blown away when I looked on Amazon and I just searched, skin tag removal, the number of companies that are selling these things. And there are thousands upon thousands of reviews for these products. So like I was saying earlier, it's nice when the FDA is functioning, but at the same time, why did it take this long? Like it just, I guess maybe it wasn't a priority. I don't know, but that's a lot of reviews. This has been happening a long time. It's always nice to see when a celebrity is using their voice to help people. And Keke Palmer does it in the most beautiful way. She's hilarious. So she took to Instagram to challenge plastic surgeons. And it's a very important question, but I am going to let her speak for herself.
Good morning, y'all. I was just thinking about the fact that plastic surgeons are amazing. Okay, they can give you a boob job above the muscle, under the muscle, liposuction, tummy tuck, BBL. They can even implant muscles. I mean, the list goes on, but they cannot figure out how to clear up somebody's skin? Are you kidding me? All of these years and all of these inventions, you can't figure out how to take the beautiful skin from my ass and put it on my face? I'm tired of it. I'm done with it. People out here with adult acne are struggling, and you ain't figured out that cure? I'm done.
If you did not know, Keke has PCOS, which causes her to have acne. And she says she has tried so many things to cure her acne, including being on Accutane twice, and nothing has worked. In a post sharing her PCOS diagnosis on Instagram back in December of 2020, she wrote, quote, "To all the people struggling with this, please know you're not alone and that you are still effing fine. My acne ain't never stopped me." And I love that so much. I just really appreciate people like Keke bringing attention to acne-related issues, because there still is a significant number of people that believe that acne and having it is just, maybe you just need to wash your face or whatever. And it's so much more than that. So when people like Keke speak out and talk about how it is so far beyond just not washing your face or drinking more water or whatever, it's just so important. So thank you to Keke for spreading the word. Last fall, we reported here on What's Up in Makeup about a robot manicure, and I think this is just so fun. Essentially, what you do is you pay $10, you make an appointment online, go to this salon, and this robot paints your nails. It doesn't like file them or take your old polish off or anything. It's just like a painting thing. And this was really great during the pandemic when people were wearing a lot of masks and people were scared of human contact, but they still wanted to get their nails done. I thought that was really cool. It was only available in one place in San Francisco. But my friend, that is going to change now, because this company, which is called Clockwork, has sold their machine to Target, and it is going to be in select Target stores very soon, if not already. There are 6 stores slotted to have these machines in the states of Minnesota, Texas, and California. Target is keeping the Clockwork price point of $8 for your first manicure as kind of like an incentive to get you started, but then after that, it's $10. So it is what it is, but I think that's kind of a weird marketing point. I feel like they should just keep it at $8 or give people, buy 5, get half off or something. I don't know. I just feel like bumping up the price is kind of an odd choice. But beyond that, I would love to have this at my Target. I would totally do it. I would love to know if you would do a robot manicure if it was in your Target and easily accessible and you just sit down and have them do your little nails. I think that's going to be fun. I hope that they do really, really well so I can get one at my store. All right, my friend, it is time to move into the product report to talk about what was released this week. We're going to start with influencer brands. We're going to start with Auric Cosmetics or Auric Beauty by Samantha Ravndahl. She is coming out with lashes. And I don't typically talk about lash launches, but I do think this is a very interesting choice. The first thing that makes this stand out to me is that there is a beautiful case that they come in. The second thing is there's not just one pair of lashes, but 2. They're the same style, just one is less dramatic than the other. One is more of a half lash, the other one's more of a full lash. They cost $30 and they are launching on Monday at 9 a.m. Pacific on auriccosmetics.com. And one thing I love is that they don't seem over the top. A lot of times when influencers work to come out with lashes, they're gigantic. They're things that I would never in a million years buy. And when I'm looking at something like this, I'm always looking to see whether it's something that I would purchase. And this is definitely something that I would look into getting. I really like Samantha. I think she's just seems like a lovely human being. So I'm definitely looking at maybe getting a few of these pairs, maybe one to start. They're kind of expensive, but I'm really thinking about getting some. Another thing I'm thinking about getting, because Nikia Joy, also a very lovely person, her new Color Frost pigments. They are iridescent, color-shifting pigments that magically transform on the skin. I'm going to go ahead and show you the 2 photos over 2 different bases so you can see how they change. So cool. 6 shades inspired by candy, $96 for the bundle, or they are $17 each. When I first looked at the swatch of these, I was kind of like, a lot of them kind of look the same, but then the more I looked at the swatches she was providing, you can really tell there is quite a difference between the different shades. Definitely thinking about getting some of these. These are right on my alley. Another thing, oh my gosh, About Face, Cheek Freak. 10 shades of blush balm in ultra creamy, lightweight formula. You can use it on its own or over foundation. This is another thing that's just calling to me. I'm going to spend a lot of money this week, I think. I think it's going to happen. $18 each on those. Those look really nice. Company that I have not heard of in a very long time, Besame. I always want to go, Besame, Besame, ooh la la. Do you remember that Tresemme commercial? It just, every time I say Besame, I think of it. Anyway, I'm off topic. $24 each for these classic shadow duos. There's 4 different colorways available. They're based on cosmetic colors that date back more than 100 years, and that's kind of Besame's thing, is they take from classic makeup and then they bring it in and make new products. Thing that I am not going to purchase because it's just not my jam, but I can see that it is a very popular trend right now. ColourPop's new graphic liners, 10 shades, $9 each. You can get all of them for $85. They say it's a flexible precision brush tip for sharp, sleek lines. It's a long-wearing formula, dries down fast, transfer-proof, smudge-proof. It does look like it's that traditional like dip tip where you dip it in, it's got the product in the thing, and dip it and get the product on the brush, and then you apply it. Those aren't my favorite. They're okay. They're not my favorite, but I am looking forward to other people reviewing it. Moving over to Sephora, lots of exciting things, starting off with Huda Beauty, her Love Fest Obsessions eyeshadow palette, $29. It is labeled as limited edition. They call it party ready shades and textures. It definitely looks pretty for the right person. It's not a color story that I think I'm interested in, but very pretty, and I definitely think that purple that's in the middle looks really, really pretty. That's the shade that I would want out of here. Side note, they do have on the Huda Beauty website other things with this collection that weren't on Sephora's website when I went to go film. There are 2 shades of blush, and there's also a lip quad over there if you want to see their full collection. Violet Voss now has a mini version of their Butterfly Kisses eyeshadow palette, $20 for that. And I'm so glad they decided to make a mini version of this palette. palette. I thought it was a beautiful palette, but I think a mini version is nice. And they do give you quite a few shades in the mini palette. I haven't bought a new Violet Voss eyeshadow palette in a while, but I used to really love their formula. Smashbox, very smart move, came out with a new eye primer. It is called the Photo Finish Intensify 24-Hour Eyeshadow Primer, $26. The marketing point on this is that beyond being an eyeshadow primer and its traditional uses, it's also meant to intensify the actual pigmentation of the shadows, which I think is a really smart marketing move. I have a feeling that people are really going to want that, buy into it. I have a feeling it's going to sell well, but I do have a question as to how this is different from their original eyeshadow primer. Maybe this one's more opaque. Maybe it's just something within the formula, but very, very smart marketing move on their part, in my opinion. Makeup Forever released a new mascara. It is called the Professional 24-Hour Double-Ended Lifting and Volumizing Mascara. It's $28, and I love the idea of getting like a 2 mascaras in one deal, because I go through mascaras, I throw mine away every 3 to 6 months, so I don't typically go through the entire tube by the time I throw it away. So I love having the 2 different sides, and I also love the idea of using that skinny one first to really define the lashes, and then using like the fatter, fuller one to give you lots of volume. Just really, really smart. You can really tell when Makeup Revolution comes out with something that it's because they're makeup artists and they know what they're doing. Hopefully it's just as effective as they advertise. Few things listed as coming soon. Would love to know your thoughts on this next one. This is the KVD Beauty Everlasting Hyper Light Vegan Transfer Resistant Liquid Lipstick, $22, 18 shades. Apparently, it is a similar formula to their original liquid lipsticks, but it's more lightweight and more comfortable. So are they saying like, well, we have liquid lipsticks that are really heavy and uncomfortable, so this is kind of the same thing, except for it's just better? Is that what's happening? I don't know. I mean, it sounds good to me because I've always found KVD Beauty liquid lipsticks to be heavy and uncomfortable. So sounds right up my alley. Available on August 21st for that product. Then we have Dr. Jart's Premium BB Tinted Moisturizer with Niacinamide and SPF 40. It's $44. This is weird marketing. This is interesting. I think that they're aware that 4 shades, people are going to freak out and say that's terrible. So what they did was they made a photo where those 4 shades were used on so many different models to show that you can use it on lots of people even though there's only 4 shades. So that's very good advanced thinking. But when you look on the comments on Trend Mood's post about it, people are not having it. They're like, unless it's like minimal coverage, that's not going to work. And they do advertise it as a light coverage. So it's going to have to be a pretty light coverage in order to work for that many people. So again, really looking forward to reviews on this one. Another skincare company coming out with a skin tint. I think it's really smart of them to do this. This is Summer Fridays sheer skin tint with hyaluronic acid and squalane, $42, 10 shades, really nice gradient there. They say it is a sheer to light coverage with a natural looking finish. This is the wave of the future, man. Makeup companies coming out with skincare companies coming out with makeup. Before we know it, it's just, they're all just going to be the same, and then they'll both retreat to their corners and do their own thing because the tide will turn and, we'll just circle back, and that's just what happens. Merit Beauty has a new product coming out called the Bronze Balm Sheer Sculpting Bronzer, $30, 5 shades. They say it's sheer buildable bronzer, and they say that it's natural looking. That is coming out on August 16th. And then finally, I love when I feel like I find a brand early and then they start doing really amazing things. It's like, that's so cool. It's really neat. This is Kulfi. This is their Main Match Crease Proof Long Wear Hydrating Concealer, $26, 12 shades. Again, really nice gradient. They say it's a crease proof, self-setting, hydrating concealer with a radiant looking finish and medium coverage. It is coming on August 15th. And I looked back in my notes to see when we talked about them. We talked about them back in early 2021 as a new brand. And it's just so cool to see them at Sephora. Congratulations. Moving over to Ulta, another big congratulations to Mented. Mented is going to be in 490 plus Ulta locations. So exciting for them. And then product that just came out at Ulta this week, we have the Lancome Priming Serum 24-Hour Hydrating Solid Smoothing Primer, $46. First thing I thought of is this looks like the Tatcha one. But no one says that Lancome can't come out with a Tatcha-like primer. I mean, it's a good primer. I would be very curious to see how this one works. Beautiful packaging. I think that's very smart of them. They say it's smoothing and blurring, and that it transforms into a balm-like texture upon application and helps extend makeup wear time. Very curious about about this product. NYX also came out with 2 eyeshadow palettes this week. This is the Ultimate Queen palette. So there's a full size and a mini size. The full size is $18. The mini is $7. And honestly, to me, this looks like Morphe circa 2017. Like the color story and but at the same time, like I don't know if it's just me. You have to tell me if you can do this. But I'm looking at this formula, like the zoomed in picture of this formula, and it looks like a really nice formula. Do you think that it's possible to just eyeball a formula and know whether it's going to be crap or not? Like I feel like this looks like it's going to be nice. Maybe I'm just too full of myself. Maybe I'm a little overconfident. But this looks like it's going to be a nice formula. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But the color story definitely seems a bit dated, but that's okay. It'll sell. It's a natural palette. And then finally in the product report, had to share this with you. Unlike the last one, this does look like it's going to be quite low quality, but I do feel like there's an audience for it. This is the Ulta and Caboodles Take It Tote. It's $19.99. It comes with an eyeshadow and face palette that has 9 eyeshadows, 2 blushes, 1 bronzer and a highlighter, 3 lip glosses, 2 lip oils, 1 eyeshadow primer. Honestly, like this is probably going to be complete crap. However, I do think this may be a nice gift for like a tween that is just getting into makeup. It's probably going to be perfect for that. It's probably very low pigmentation and it's got a cute little case that you can put your stuff in and it's adorable. All right, my friend, PR or purchase product of the week. I've been trying out slowly the Undone Beauty and Ciate PR that they sent to me. So let's talk about that. I'm using this on my cheeks today. This is the shade Sangria of their water bronzer. And this really does feel nice on the skin. It's very light when you put it on. It feels very like wet cooling, like you just got out of a pool and the wind just hit you, kind of cooling. I'm going to swatch it here for you so you can see that's full pigmentation. So depending on your skin tone, you'll have to decide whether you think that's going to work for you. But I feel like it looks really pretty. I do. It's kind of bright, but I do like it a lot. And lasting power on these has been really good so far. I've been very much enjoying them. Now from Ciate, I tried this dewy stick, and this, I'm not sure how I feel about this. It's essentially like a clear gloss that you can put on your skin. And I feel like you can see it, but it's really subtle. I think this would be prettier over like if you had really just naturally matte skin, like a drier type skin, and put this on to give you just a little bit of dewiness, a little bit of shine, because it's not sparkly in any way. It just gives you like a gloss kind of finish. I don't know if you can really tell today. Like, I don't know if this was the most appropriate product to use today, but I'm going to keep playing with this because I do feel like this does have a market. The other thing I tried from Ciate, which I wasn't sure if I was going to like this, but I really, really like it. This is their marbled metals in clips. And oh my gosh, this was so fun. So the shine right here on my lids is this. I didn't put anything on except for eyeshadow under it. I used my Ouija palette by Dot, and then I put this on. So let me swatch it. This is what it looks like on the inside and show you. Look at that. I mean, what? What? Are you kidding me? Put it right here. I expected it to be like a more chunky situation where it was like more glittery, but no, my friend. It is so foiled and beautiful, and I love it so much. I'm going to keep playing with it. This is the first time I've used it, so I will keep you posted as far as like fallout through the day, lasting power, all of that. Quick shout out to my lips. I purchased this a while back. This is Keke Cosmetics. If you don't know Keke, she is lovely. This is the shade Keeping It Real. That's what's on my lips today. And just show you the Ouija palette that I purchased from Dot, just because that's what's on my eyes today. Few notable sales this week, but they are big ones, my friend. They are big ones. We have Dermstore up to 25% off for their anniversary sale. If you've never been on Dermstore's website, highly recommend you check it out if you are into skincare. Elta MD, Paula's Choice, CosRX, Orbe, and more. Just so many products. I like Orbe is a hair product, so they do have things other than skincare, but it's primarily skincare over there that I've seen. Macy's is doing their like 21 days of beauty kind of thing. It's called the 10 Days of Glam. It's going on now through August 21st. And then we have an event. We used to do events in this section, but then, pandemic, all the events got canceled. So there is going to be an event. It is virtual though. Sephora is back this year. It is on September 18th. 18th. It is a ticketed show, and what you do is you go online and you can explore this 3D beauty house kind of situation. You can go into rooms that feature specific brands. You also have access to a showcase of the latest developments at Sephora, including a spotlight on BIPOC and Latin-owned beauty brands. Other features include live chatting with brand founders, Sephora staff, and content creators, as well as playing games to win beauty insider points. Do you use beauty insider points? Because I find I rarely use them. I don't find them to have a very high value, but that's just me. And one thing that's important about this that's different is that for the first time, along with the United States, Sephora is also going to be available in Canada, France, Spain, and Italy. And finally, my friend, last but not least, let us talk about our artist shout out of the week. This week we're talking about Sari Tolman. She is absolutely lovely. Last week we talked about the eyes, an artist that was really good with the eyes. Sari is the same thing. She is from Wales and she is so incredibly talented. The first look is a gorgeous, gorgeous green look. And the first thing I really notice when I look at her page is she is just very talented with her line work. She's very particular about how her lines go on her eyes. I have absolutely no idea. Let me just say this. I have no idea how she does that negative space. How is it so perfectly put in there? Because if you think about the way shadows blend, I don't know how she's able to blend it so perfectly and leave that negative space. It just blows my mind. And she also did it on the lower lash line too. Like how? With your lower lashes being, like how? How does she, I don't know. Second look is like a cloud-like look, really beautiful. The blend on the lid is absolutely gorgeous. I love how foiled it is. And those teeny tiny little stars paired with the glitter on the brow bone, it just really adds to the effect of the whole look. And I love the big fluffy lashes that she chose. Really, really beautiful. And then finally, you have to tell me what you think. I cannot tell if the butterflies that she has on her eyes are makeup or if they're teeny tiny little paper things that she's glued to her eye. Like, honestly, I cannot tell. But beyond that, I want to talk about the rainbow blend on the lid. It's beautiful. It's not overdone. It's just gorgeous. And again, the line work, so incredibly well done. So I just followed her. If you would like to go follow her, I put her Instagram link down below so you can go check her out. And that, my friend, was What's Up in Makeup this week. Thank you so, so much for watching. And thank you, as always, to the What's Up in Makeup Facebook hunters. Their names are scrolling below me. Thank you so much for all of your submissions this week, from new products to sales to artists of the week. I appreciate you oh so very much. Our chat today will be at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Hopefully you can join us. We're going to be hanging out live, talking about makeup, getting your opinions on our topic of the day. If you'd like to come, would love to have you. But if you can't make it is no problem at all. It's very easy to find. If you're subscribed, just go to your subscription feed. It should be right there. If you're not subscribed, you can also go to my channel page, click on my videos, and then click on the video titled Live Chat. Thank you again so much for joining me for another glorious week of What's Up in Makeup. And thank you again to Nira for sponsoring this video. I appreciate you. If you would like to hang out just a little bit longer, YouTube should be recommending a couple videos for you right over here to watch, including last week's episode of What's Up in Makeup. But if you do need to go, because you've got stuff to do, you're busy, you got stuff going on, it's no problem at all, totally get it. Thank you so much for hanging out as long as you did, and mad love to you, and I will see you in a video very, very soon. Bye!